Did you know that over 2,000 years ago, a star appeared in the night sky so bright that it struck fear into the hearts of the most powerful rulers of the ancient world? A child whose birth was prophesied centuries before he drew his first breath. A single name that would literally split human history into two eras, BC and AD. This was an era when the ruthless Roman Empire ruled the world with an iron fist. The people of Israel were crying out for a Messiah, a savior to break their chains of oppression. But liberation didn't arrive with an army. Instead, in the quietest, most humble stable, Jesus of Nazareth was born. But his story is not just about a miraculous birth. It is a journey of radical ideas, jaw-dropping miracles, and an ultimate sacrifice that changed the course of humanity forever. This is the complete, untold story of Jesus Christ. For the first 30 years of his life, Jesus lived in total obscurity in a small, low-income town called Nazareth. Working alongside his earthly father Joseph, he mastered the trade of carpentry. To his neighbors, he was just an ordinary young man. No one around him had any idea that this humble carpenter was destined to reshape the entire world. The turning point came when Jesus reached the age of 30. He walked to the Jordan River to be baptized by the prophet John. The moment Jesus rose from the water, ancient texts say the heavens parted, a spirit descended like a dove, and a voice echoed from above. "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." His divine mission had officially begun. Jesus began traveling from village to village, and his words carried an authority no one had ever heard before. Thousands began abandoning their daily lives just to catch a glimpse of him. Then came the miracles. He gave sight to the blind, made the deaf hear, and healed the incurably sick. Most shocking of all, he stood before the tomb of his friend Lazarus, who had been dead for 4 days, and commanded him to walk out alive. He wasn't just healing people, he was commanding nature itself. During a furious storm on the Sea of Galilee, while his disciples panicked for their lives, Jesus simply rebuked the wind and said, "Peace, be still." Instantly, the sea became smooth as glass. He even walked across the violent waves. The people realized this was no ordinary prophet. But it wasn't just his miracles that shocked society, it was his radical message. In a brutal world ruled by revenge and eye for an eye justice, Jesus preached something revolutionary. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. He taught that true power lies in humility and forgiveness. This message threatened the corrupt religious elite and the Roman authorities, whose power relied on fear and control. Desperate to maintain control, the authorities plotted to eliminate Jesus. They found an insider willing to help, Judas Iscariot, one of Jesus' closest disciples. For just 30 pieces of silver, Judas agreed to betray his master. Knowing his time was short, Jesus gathered his followers for one final meal, the Last Supper, revealing that his body would be broken for them. Arrested in the dead of night, Jesus was subjected to a sham trial, mocked and beaten brutally. The Roman governor, Pontius Pilate, condemned him to the most agonizing death known to man, crucifixion. Forced to carry his own heavy cross up the hill of Golgotha, he was nailed to the wood. Yet, looking down at the very soldiers who tortured him, Jesus uttered the ultimate words of grace, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." On Friday afternoon, Jesus took his last breath. His body was placed inside a stone tomb, sealed with a massive boulder, and guarded by elite Roman soldiers. It seemed like the end of the story. But early Sunday morning, the ground shook. The massive stone was rolled away, and the tomb was empty. Jesus had conquered death itself, rising from the grave. Today, billions around the globe celebrate this moment as Easter. By overcoming the grave, Jesus proved that love, truth, and forgiveness are forces that can never be destroyed. His life remains history's greatest testament to unconditional love. If you found this documentary meaningful, please hit the like button, share this video with a friend, and drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive historical stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.